Mega Replay here. So, this might be the weirdest vlog I've ever done. I say that there's hair in my mouth. Also, by the way, my mom cut my hair. I went to kind of shave it and let it grow out. It is kind of uneven. I look at my grandma in a young age. Anyways, so I was thinking, earlier I was talking to Splatches Gaming, and I said something along the lines, I've never played a GameCube game. Looking back at my past, I think I've seen a GameCube, but I don't think I've ever played it. When I was a kid growing up, I had a Wii, a Wii, a DS Lite, and a Nintendo 64, and a computer. And I remember my next door neighbor, when I was younger, he had a Game Boy Advance, and I think he also had a GameCube. I don't remember, but I remember one of my neighbors having a GameCube. A friend of mine, I think, had a GameCube. I remember when I was younger, my friend, I'm not saying names here, he had a SpongeBob game, and when I was a kid, I hated SpongeBob. I still hate SpongeBob to this day. Not as much as I used to as a kid. But as a kid, I wanted to murder him. I wanted him gone. I wanted to, get rid of the makers of SpongeBob. It just replaced everything with Pokemon. Now I'm like, okay, yeah, just ignore it, look away. But anyway, but I remember my friend, he had a SpongeBob game, and I think he was playing it on the GameCube. He might have been playing it on a PlayStation, but I remember the starfish dude, I don't remember his name, but he has a starfish on his face, and I think Aquaman was his name. But he had a belt, and then he had this really derpy looking friend, partner, I don't know. But I remember that much of the game. And I ew, that's a bad game. No. And then I remember I used to go to the Boys and Girls Club. And I only remember this because the people there were jerks. When I was and okay, this is what I mean that people are jerks. When I was younger, and I still do this, but when I was younger, I used to point with this. Although how I used to do it, now mind you, I'm not doing this to be bad. I'm just doing this just to show how I did it. I used to do this, like you know how someone would do this? I did this. See, I can't really curl, I really can't fold my hands because I don't want to, I don't want anyone to think bad of me. This is what I used to do. I used to do this, I still do it, although I do this. Like a spider, that over there. That over there is a Walmart kitchen. That over there. Okay, that over there, I drew when I was a kid. That over there, I'm crazy. Sorry, just the way I was pointing, that was just really amusing. And, they yelled at me, and I was a kid, and I didn't know what to say. I could be like, oh, it's just a habit, I can't do it. So they forced, F-O-R-C-E, me to do this. I'm not going to do it. I was about to say, if they're watching my video right now, I would be like, but I'm not going to do it. Okay, Bill. It's the finger. It's a work in progress. Sorry. But, that there was another time that this kid, he kept like bullying and picking on me, and they wouldn't do dilly squat. They're like, he was like, oh, you don't have nails. You don't have nails. Who? You should not say that to me. To younger me. I swear to Dunban that I have the sharpest teeth in town, and that I will cut your skin with my teeth. I still do have really sharp teeth. I occasionally cut my tongue on my teeth. Or like, I will bite myself because I will bite stuff, and I will prove that I have very, very sharp teeth, if I can find it. It's in here somewhere. Here it is. Look. Hold on. Lighting. Yeah. See those marks? I made those. Those are actual teeth marks. So, never piss me off in real life, or you're getting it. But, yeah. But one thing I remember was at the Boys and Girls Club, there was a room, and I don't remember if we could or not, but I think we could play games. I don't remember because I wasn't really big into games back then. But I remember seeing the menu screen of the PlayStation 2, and the only way I remember it's a PlayStation 2 is if you guys are stupid, I have a PS2. And I think there was also a GameCube, because whenever I look at the GameCube menu, I can just remember that little nice moving block. So I think that they did have a GameCube and a PS2. I don't remember. But yeah. So I was thinking about my past and how I've never played GameCube, but I have seen GameCube footage. And actually, I'm not sure Shadow the Hedgehog is a GameCube game, but I remember reading in a magazine, a very old magazine, that is like for Shadow the Hedgehog, and I only remember this because I thought it was funny as a kid. And there's like the thing that says, "Hey kids, Shadow's gun shoot rainbows." Nah, it really shoots bullets. And I don't remember what magazine that was. I only remember that paragraph, or that line. It's like, "Hey kids, Shadow's gun shoots rainbows." Yeah. Something else I do remember from my past was whenever I saw like those GameCube CDs on the Wii, and like you put in a Wii game and it will spin faster and it will go in. I used to think that the Wii CD was like more powerful and greater than the GameCube game. But I'm now older and I will disagree for some games. Paper Mario Thousand Year Door is really good from what I've seen. Shadow the Hedgehog is a really good game. There's some other games. Sonic Adventure is a really funny game. I like to poke fun at it and be like, yeah, and make funny expressions that like the old that what I'm trying to say here. I don't know. But, I would make fun of the game. But, yeah. I don't know what else to say. Actually, I do know what I want to say. Something really funny of me and my next door neighbor. Remember, we were just kids when this happened, and I remember I had a Nintendo 64, and my first Game Boy Advance game was Pokemon Emerald, or no, not Pokemon Emerald, Pokemon Ruby, I believe, either Sapphire or Ruby, but it was one of those two games. And I remember the first day I got those, I ran into my room, and I pulled out my Nintendo 64, and I started to try, and okay, before that, I tried to insert the Game Boy Advance cartridge into my Nintendo 64. I am not kidding. I legitimately tried to insert my Game Boy Advance game into the Nintendo 64. It was a big fail. This is gonna be the last thing I want to say. The last thing I remember was I was in the car with my mom, and I told my mom, because the Nintendo 64 was new to me, and I thought it was like this brand new console that everyone should buy, and I didn't realize it came out in the very old days. But I told my mom they should make a Nintendo 65. I legitimately said that, and I think my mother replied, "Sweetie, the Nintendo, they only made the Nintendo 64 because it was a one-time thing," or something along those lines. But yeah, I still remember telling my mom that they should make a Nintendo 65. And actually, if they didn't go with the name Nintendo Switch, which I believe that's a really dumb name, they should have gone with the Nintendo 65. It would have been really ironic if the Nintendo 64 was like released at like in 1964. Let's see what I did there. Oh, I want to see what year my Nintendo 64 was made in, because I am now curious. It was 1995. 1995. Oh, that's cool. There's actually on the back here a installation, maintenance, and something else thing for the Nintendo 64. Yeah, that was all for this time, guys. I'll see you guys in the next episode. Bye.